So be ready to get glimpse and to hear our dogs.
Yes.
Wow, wow.
Yes, just be ready because dogs are part of a family. So yes, be ready to hear them, and as they are part of family, they cannot be avoided. So yes, be ready to hear them. So yes, let's start.
Enjoy.
So let's start the let's ask a questionnaire. No, let's start.
So why don't you introduce yourself?
Okay, so I'm Kabir. My name is Kabir Nair. I'm a student of class 10th. The result is awaited, but I'm sure I'll pass class 10 with flying colors, and then I'll enter class 11. My passions are cricket, making YouTube videos, studying about law, and my hobbies are dancing, listening to music, reading books, and dogs, of course. The dogs are both a passion and they're passion only. So yes. I have autism. Technically I have autism. So yes, so that is the basic introduction.
Okay, good to know all that.
Yes.
Now, since you said that you have autism,
Yes.
so can you please elaborate? What do you know about autism?
Yeah, okay. What I know about autism is that autism is spectrum disorder, which first of all, spectrum disorder means that if there are 10 cases, then it is completely possible that all of the 10 cases are different. So first of all, autism spectrum disorder. Second, it is not a disease. It's not a disease which can be cured. It's a behavioral disorder which affects behavioral issues behavior a bit, and maybe some milestones like tying shoe races, walking, etc. But then another thing I know about autism, and by experience also, is that autism cannot be very cured, but the child or the person can be learned to cope with autism by therapy, different types of therapy,
Speech therapy.
Speech therapy, music therapy, etc.
Sensory
therapy. Yeah, and all these kind of therapy do help children cope with autism. And parents who are watching, you have to put the effort. If you just put in effort of a week or two and say, hey, this child is not improving, that's not going to happen. Like they say, you cannot climb mountains in just a day, or you don't climb mountains fast. You have to put the effort. So, but yes, if you put the effort, you'll definitely see the fruit. You get the fruit of your effort.
Well, I would say that yes, I agree upon, since I am the parent of Kabir, and because of my husband being busy providing us financial support, I almost single-handedly managed Kabir, worked on his therapies, not just with the therapies, but yes, with by ourselves also. And thankfully, we got such wonderful therapists that they guided me how to practice more and more with Kabir at home. We were not therapy reliant totally. Kabir, I would also like you to speak a little bit in Hindi. So, dear listeners, dear viewers, since lot of people must be seeing us and may not know English, so thoda, little, Hindi will also be there. So, people from abroad, those who are watching and those who do not Hindi, please don't leave the show. And just wait, we'll come back to you with English. It will be little of Hindi so that people can understand
Oh yeah, and
better.
just to add, the ones who will not be watching live but exclusively later, captions will be added, by me. So yeah, you can understand what I'm saying. So yeah, that's it. So yeah, please ask.
So you said you are having autism.
Yes.
At what age did you come to know?
I knew at age 7. I just don't remember exactly telling you. But I know this man had told me at the age of 7. I'm fine by it. And at that time, also I used to say some words जैसे कि कुछ शब्द मैं गलत बोलता था. जैसे कि क्या मैं बकरे को जैसे कि गोट, बकरा को बकड़ा बोलता था, या मेरा को मेढ़ा बोलता था कभी कभार. So
और गुड़िया को गुड़िया.
Yes, basically kind of pronunciation in words. So yes, so ये होता था पहले, लेकिन अभी थेरेपी हुई और सही हो गया. सही हुआ नहीं, let me rephrase that. सही हुआ नहीं, पर मैं कोप करना, सही बोलना सीख गया. I learn to cope with it.
Okay. Now, Kabir, mispronunciation can be like a general problem also.
Yes.
So, what are other problems that you know that they are related to autism?
Oh yes, some possible symptoms of autism. Symptoms of autism, a child is sitting is mostly prefers to be alone. बच्चे को अकेला रहना पसंद है, अपनी दुनिया में खोए रहना, मतलब he prefers to be in his own world. Even now at this stage I have a lot of imagination, It's just that I do not get completely lost in it. But yes, मैं इस स्टेज पे मैं बहुत ज़्यादा सोचता हूँ कभी कभार चीज़ों के बारे में. दिस इज वन सिम्टम, एक ये इशारा है. दूसरी जो सिम्टम में साइन है, पॉसिबल साइन, साइन मतलब कि पक्का है नहीं, सिम्टम बोलेंगे, चांस है. तो हाँ, दूसरा सिम्टम ये कि बच्चा जैसे कि माइलस्टोन जैसे बोला, माइलस्टोन जैसे कि चीज़ें पकड़ने में या फिर चलने में दिक्कत हो रही है. हाँ, देर हो रही है. लाइक ही इज हैविंग प्रॉब्लम्स, लाइक ही इज नॉट स्पीकिंग lately. Yes, late.
Not lately.
So late, he's speaking late. He's
like he started to speak at 4.
Yeah, quite late. And I learned to मैं shoelaces मैंने माना 10 साल केस पे नहीं, 11 साल केस पे सीखा. Class 6 में, in class 6 I learned to tie shoelaces. So yes, that like that is also another sign. Third, which is kind of, which you will not actually see symptom, but it is that actually a child, बच्चा शायद अपने आप को मारे हुए बहुत aggressive हो सकता है. तो ये भी एक साइन है. चौथा हाइपर एक्टिविटी, मतलब फोर्थ हाइपर एक्टिविटी, दैट अ चाइल्ड इज रनिंग एवरीवेयर, लाइक नॉट एट अ पर्टिकुलर टाइम. ऑफ कोर्स ऐसे बच्चे एक्टिव होते हैं हमेशा, मतलब जैसे कि बहुत एक्टिविटी हुई उसके बाद भी से बच्चे थकना चाहिए. चाइल्ड मस्ट बी टायर्ड, एंड इवन देन मतलब उसके बाद भी वो बच्चा थक नहीं रहा. इनफैक्ट मतलब उसे बैठा, इफ यू आर ट्राइंग टू मेक हिम सिट एट अ प्लेस, ही इज क्राइंग और लाइक he's
sitting tolerance is very low. You can say that sitting tolerance is very low.
Yeah, so this is also another fourth symptom. Like these are the major symptoms I know. But professional diagnosis needed, which happens at the age of 5 mainly. But yes, you can keep this like symptoms in mind, and if possible, like do some possible therapy, which is a safe side. But yeah, professional diagnosis happens only at the age of 5. Diagnosis क्या आधिकारिक diagnosis वो 5 साल की उम्र पे होती है.
Official diagnosis will be at 5.
Like some scamsters, like this world is a bad place, you along with good people there, got bad people there. तो बुरे लोग जैसे कि जो हैं, वो अगर कहें कि आपके बच्चे को ऑटिज्म है, अगर वो 5 साल से कम है, ऐसे ही बोल देंगे. देख के बोलते हो डायग्नोसिस करने के लिए पैसे मांगे, या तो गलत डॉक्टर्स हैं, तो गलत स्कैमस्टर्स, मतलब कि चोर, एक तरह की चोर. So yeah, be aware of them, please.
Now here I would like to add that Kabir's pediatric specialist, developmental pediatrician, had told me that he might have autism. See, but at the same time she told me, and he was just 2.5 at that time, but she told me that the proper official diagnosis and confirmation will happen only at the age of 5. So she just guided me to different therapies because he had several problems. The speech delay was there, fine motor skills were just not developing, there was a lot of toe walking, and then yes, he was very hyperactive. Since he was not verbal, he used to get aggressive also. Thankfully he did not hit himself, and lot of things used to happen. So like you can say that preliminary diagnosis was made, but I was strictly told that this is not confirmed, right? So please don't first of all, don't be overwhelmed, and start working on the child as the experts guide you, and have faith. Initial period of confusion, depression and all is fine, but then you got to work on your child, and don't lose faith in the ability of the child. Now Kabir, next question is, what is your age, by the way?
16. I turned 16 this year.
Okay, so in May end he turned 16, and I am often asked that if he is going to a mainstream or inclusive school, he is doing well in his studies, and he is also like quite independent. So how he can be autistic? Most hard-hitting question is this, that people refuse to believe that he is having autism. Now, see the diagnosis. I have a proper diagnosis from the pediatrician that he has. So please, people who are just listening and they are not parents to a child, especially his child, like, don't force it or don't make the parent go on guilty trip. Or why are you saying so? Either they will give false hope, or they will say now nothing can happen to your child. So Kabir, now tell me that what happens exactly? Like sometimes your mama must be getting very upset, or you might be getting upset, what is the way out you have found to discuss your problem?
Yeah. I mean, the way that I have found out जो मेरा तरीका होता है, जैसे कि देखिए, जैसे दुखी हो जाते हैं, जैसे कि आप दुखी या मैं दुखी, क्या एक तो ऑफ कोर्स स्पेस दी जाती है, थोड़ी बहुत नीडेड होती है, जरूर पीरियड ऑफ स्पेस इज गिवन। तो और उसके बाद क्या, उसके आफ्टर दैट वी टॉक राइटिंग एंड सॉल्व इट आउट, वी
Yes.
टॉक इट आउट, हम बात करके सुलझाते हैं।
हाँ, बात बट नेसेसरीली बात करके नहीं, लिख के बात करके हम सुलझाते हैं। लाइक कबीर
Yes.
वुड टेल मी हाउ इज ही फीलिंग, देन आई वुड गिव माई रिस्पॉन्स, देन he might have a question in his mind and he will tell what he wants to convey. Sometimes it really becomes impossible for him to convey everything verbally. So what we do, we have found this excellent method that we put it down in writing and we talk to each other through dialogues on the paper, and that really helps us in coming out with it. Even it helps me, though I'm not on the spectrum, not at least diagnosed, and it helps him also. Tell me, what about your writing? Has fine motor skill problem affected your writing also?
Like you could say that it has, like writing is not the best, though it has improved. It is not the best writing, like you can say. Though at times I write quite fine, I must say, but most of the times it's not as tidy like as usually it is of people. So yes, it may have affected a bit, but it doesn't even matter as much as I'm able to write enough, like fine enough that people can understand.
Yeah, it becomes legible, and it depends a lot on the opposite person, that is mainly the teachers. If they motivate him enough, it really works wonderfully and it helps a lot. Now another question is that people think that children with autism, since they remain in their own world, they cannot make friends. Now please tell me, what do you think about this, and do you believe in quality or quantity or both? Please explain.
Well, first of all, the first thing that people who cannot believe, well, like I said, I don't care. Like, okay, I'm not being rude, but let me say this: I don't care about baseless opinions. Constructive criticism or a genuine advice is welcome, but baseless opinions, like they are trash for me, to be honest. And because this is totally baseless, like basically wrong. I have a lot of friends. Like, of course, I'm not telling who they are, but I have a lot of friends. I'm quite of an extrovert also, who like not who is forced, and like I don't like being forced, but yes, like when I want to talk, I can talk a lot, and I'm quite social, you can say. And about the second question, wait, what was it? Sorry, so second question.
Second question is like, do you believe in quantity of friends, quality of friends, or both?
Look, if the quantity of friends or quality, then quantity is good. But mainly, if choose quality or quantity, quality always matters. Like,
So
if
what
you have
exactly
10
is
friends,
the quality?
yeah, I mean, if you have 10 friends who are backstabbers and not support you, and when you need it, then they are no use. They are worse. But if you have one or two friends who are extremely supportive, like even your tough time, they are as good as 10 or 20 friends. That's what I believe is the quality. Like quality, like friends who are good friends, they help for a situation, do not back talk, like. And if you're being wrong, the biggest thing that fake friends are wrong friends, they may support you in the wrong, but the actual good friends will tell you where you are going wrong and where you need to stop. Okay, so that's the quality. Quantity is just number, it's not quality, like.
Okay, quantity is just the number, correct. So I have heard that, of course, I know that you do make games on YouTube. So tell us something about YouTube channel.
Yeah, it's like games, like, yeah, I mean, not exact, like I'm starting to make games, but not exactly in coding way. Like, there's a site that's got the update, we can make kind of playable cases. But before that, I was making videos, animations of characters which I do not own any of them. Like, they are of the company Capcom Limited, which have and the ones who have ripped the characters basically. So I use them. But yeah, the site allows me to, like, you put the characters and choose the poses and like enter the words and effects. So yes, and like the characters of a lawyer game, which people may find boring, but it's a lawyer and detective game. Ace Attorney franchise. There are many names, but the original, which is most famous, Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney trilogy. The video, like, I'll put the name in it, like, put name too. So yeah, I mean, there are many games, but yeah, this is the main famous starting three games. The trilogy, it has three games. Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, Phoenix Wright Justice for All, Phoenix Wright Trials and Tribulations. So this is a trilogy, first trilogy, and there are 5 more games ahead, like 3 more main games ahead, 2 spin-off series. Like, one spin-off series contains 2 games, while one another spin-off series, and one a completely another spin-off, you can say, which has been just released, but that is quite later. So the main, like, basically, it's like lawyers, but yeah, like it's really good. I cannot just tell it. I'll say exciting
They can
because
explore.
people think lawyers are boring, but you need to play or at least watch the gameplays. They are on YouTube for free, and once you watch, it, you will get the feel. So yes.
And is it these games that have helped you in deciding upon your career? What are your career plans now that you are going to be in class 11th? You'll have to choose your subject. So please tell about your future plans.
Yeah, I mean, I have three plans: become cricketer, become a YouTuber, and become a lawyer, a criminal lawyer. So, yes, like first of all, yes, the games have helped me find a passion in law too, and YouTube also. So, first, yes, the game and the games did help me, and second of all, like subjects English, and history. Like I have passion for history, civics to psychology to understand people, and of course PED, like physical education, of course, because I'm a sports and fitness lover. So yes, these are my future plans basically, and also to change the education system and many other systems in the society.
Yes, he has quite elaborate plans. You got to have a lot of time to really understand them. Acha, tell me, when you start discussing your plans in detail, and somebody doesn't pay you that much attention, how do you feel?
Well, I don't feel good obviously. Like I'll like tell them in advance that you need to pay attention. If you cannot pay attention, then just tell in advance. Like of course not rudely in a kind way, but yes, if they cannot pay attention, then please started to talk about something else and discuss. But like you don't need to just hear. You need to listen. Listen is like using your mind properly to understand, and like listening is active, like active form of, while hearing is just passive. You're just hearing but actually not giving attention. That is, so I want people to listen, not just hear me. Okay, so that's the thing.
Okay, tell me, in cricket, what do you specialize in?
I'm an all-rounder, but I'm a more of a fast bowler than like batsman. Though I'm good in everything, I'm a finisher. Like yeah, I played three games, like four games, sorry, and I did good in everything. But yeah, fast bowling is a special. If my better is the better, I'm better in fast bowling rather than batting. That's the thing.
Okay, and tell me, like this pandemic period when you were confined, you could not go out and play. You could not really get engaged in any physical activities, especially with your friends. You could not meet your friends for almost 2 years. How did you cope up with it?
Yeah, well, you see, like I found workout videos. I learned about physical fitness, like bodybuilding. I had built my body really well, like through the 2020. In 2021, but since I got corona in April, like late April, since then body has been going a lot of struggle. Finally, I've got back, like finally maybe normal, and now I'm going to rebuild my body. But yes, I work out and news helped me a lot. Yeah, so and like I put my passion studies too at that time. At that time I like science, not that now in class 10, but class 9 I like science and maths a lot, so I put my time in it. And dogs too. Dogs, you cannot forget
Yes,
that.
of course, our fur babies have been very instrumental in keeping us sane and occupied. Tell me, Kabir, why you don't like science and maths anymore?
Yeah, especially with the education system, like I can go on a whole day or two, but I'll just keep it short for a minute. Like education system just tells you what you should learn, does not teach what you can make or what you can actually practically do. They just tell you, like it's basically for industrial workers, outdated system. Like in today's day, uniforms have to be updated quickly every month, at the very least every 3 months or quarter of a year. But every system has been left outdated, like for almost 2 centuries, like 20 years or left something. But yeah, almost 20 centuries, and it needs to be properly updated. Now the NEP in India, National Education Policy, has come, but like they have changed the combination, which is good, really good. But this matter, except history just changed, that is good. But the way you are learning, like active learning, you are confined to a classroom. Every time you can learn physics much more better outside than in classroom. Like, of course classroom is needed, but you can go outside, play football, and learn like about inertia, maybe kind of laws of motion from outside. So like basic. Yeah. When I use mental maths, I'm much more active in using algebra, because don't know the practical use of algebra till date, except for engineers and all.
Okay. So, tell me what exactly you do when you are very frustrated or very angry. How do you cope with it?
Like very different ways. I do work of chores of home at times. I play with the dogs. I work at times to distract myself. I practice cricket at times. So like a lot of really lot of ways. I talk with you at times as well.
Yes, of course. So, see, there are so many questions that I often face, and people keep telling me that why do you tell people that Kabir has autism? Yes, he speaks very fast, and you may find it initially very difficult to follow him, but it comes from me, as you can see. But I'm still. Like I remind myself that I have to speak slowly so that everybody can follow. He loves languages. He's a French Olympiad gold medalist in class 7. So, see, there is no end, there is no end. You can take your child and to any heights. And moreover, why let's speak of heights only. The thing is, every child is different. Their aptitude is different, their capability is different, and anybody who doesn't reach the high, that way, so we should say that only the astronauts are achievers and nobody else, right? So that doesn't apply. ये तो होता नहीं है कि सिर्फ स्पेस में जाने वाला एक्चुअली सबसे दूर और सबसे ऊपर जा रहा है, तो ऐसा तो नहीं है. So let's not force our wishes on our children. I and my husband have given full freedom to him. We have not imposed anything upon him, and thankfully actually हम लोग को तो बड़ा आराम हुआ कि हमें कोई भी टेंशन नहीं लेना पड़ा कि अब इसको मैं साइंस ज्वाइन कराऊँ कि कॉमर्स कि ह्यूमैनिटीज़, whether you should join science, arts or humanities or commerce. He selected by himself. He selected the subjects by himself. He selected his career also by himself. I've been there just as a supporter. Have faith in your children, and let me tell you out of my own experience that autism parents rock. Trust in your power. That is what my therapist have told me. I am not praising myself. Kabir's therapist have told me that I have been like really hardworking parents. So if you work hard, definitely your hard work is not going to go away. But remember, not every child is born to be Einstein, Mozart, etc., etc. So let's realize these facts. So for today, I would wind up the session. I hope you people liked the conversation. You may have to watch twice or thrice if you could not follow his speed. But let me share one thing. It is not just studies or games. We are big Bollywood buffs also.
Yeah. I mean, I criticize a lot, like bad writing a lot, but yeah, I mean, we always appreciate good pictures, good writing, and good cinematography also, not like dumb plots.
Okay, so on that note, we all wish you a very happy day ahead, whether it's morning, afternoon, evening, or night. Please take care, stay safe.
Bye.
Bye. And you can, when I upload this, then we can also entertain your other queries and your feedback. Please you don't forget to give feedback. It would be very encouraging for Kabir. Ciao.
Yeah. Bye.